Good morning, everybody. It's Barb Katie here, and I'm so glad to be talking with you today. The snow is gently falling outside, and it is slowly and surely covering everything with a beautiful, beautiful, quiet blanket of white. I just love to watch a snowfall like this come down. And what a perfect way to start a Monday. I don't know how you're doing, but I'm excited about this week. I have some wonderful plans of things I'm going to be doing different. And to me, that's always a good thing. I like to do different things from time to time, expand my horizons, grow, and learn more things. I find that exciting and exhilarating. Having said that, I'm also a creature of habit, like most of us are. And I like comfort and predictability and knowing what's going to be unfolding for me as well. So we're all more complex, I think, than we sometimes realize we are. And for today, I wasn't sure what I wanted to talk with you about because there have been so many lovely things that have been going through my mind. Um, First of all, on Saturday, I got to attend the Tops Topics meeting, the first one for the year, hosted by our president, Rick Danforth, with Jill Cruz, and it was exceptionally informative. I encourage you, if you have not done so, to watch for it to be posted on the website if you didn't have the opportunity to be there in person, because it will be available for all of us to look at and benefit from her insight into this disease that we deal with on an ongoing basis. Chronic conditions are just that. They tend to continue, and managing them is not always the easiest chore. It can be a true challenge. I was reflecting on a young man that I met at an event one time who has a condition which means that his appetite is uncontrolled. Whatever regulatory system manages the appetite, his body was missing. And so he always felt, no matter how much or how little he ate, as if he were ravenously hungry. I am so blessed that that's not one of the issues in this very complex array of parameters that is one I must cope with. And he coped with it quite well as a teenager. Um, that led me to thinking again to all the people that I have had the opportunity to meet in TOPS through the years I've been in TOPS, and how each of you have contributed to my progress, to my understanding, to my ability to cope with the condition. And I am so grateful to all of you for your input, for your knowledge, for your experiences, for your suggestions, for your ideas, and your help as I have struggled. Because there have been times for me when I just wanted to give up. It's not worth it. I can't do it. I just throw up my hands in despair. But thanks to you, I would try one more time, just one more time. And I got to thinking about the anniversary video uh, that was shared on Sunday here in our group and throughout Tops Nation as well, uh, that explained a little bit of our founder's insight and understanding and her forward thinking that has led us to where we are now, 75 years later. Uh, that she began this journey and how accurate and true the systems she put in place still are in so many ways current for all of us. I had the opportunity to know this wonderful lady and feel that I was truly enriched and blessed to have had that opportunity to get to know her, to listen to her, to learn from her. as she guided the TOPS organization through rough and rocky waters. The organization was started before all the big commercial companies began, and she guided us through that period of competition and stayed true to her beliefs that support in weight loss should be affordable and safe for everyone. And she heeded her doctor's guidance from those very early days when he told her one plan does not fit all people. And your individual doctor knows you and your health concerns best. And that healthcare professional is the one that should be recommending to you what is healthiest and most safe for you. And if you have concerns in that area, you need to discuss those with a trained professional who can provide the guidance you need to carry forward and live your healthiest and best life. The one thing that I'm not sure everyone understands about Esther S. Mans is she had a wonderful sense of humor. Nobody loved a good joke more than Mrs. Mans. And one of the things she loved for you to do when you came to visit was to share a joke with her. And I can think of many, many opportunities through the years that I've had to just see her giggle and chuckle and laugh just in delight as we all sat around and shared stories and jokes. Most of my jokes were a little bit self-deprecating because I do funny stuff without even meaning to sometimes. And she would say, Barbara, it's a wonder you can find your way out of a paper bag some days. And I said, yes, ma'am, it is. Sometimes I need a tour guide to show me the way to get out of it, but I manage. Yesterday, because it was the anniversary day of the founding of the organization, when she held that landmark meeting, was very reflective for me in that regard. And as I was thinking about the journey, one of the things that came to mind to me was, in fact, the TOPS Retreat program, which is still ongoing. It was founded in 1976 and still going strong, and was expanded to include virtual retreats, which was just a couple of years ago that happened. And the first retreat I went to was life-changing for me. I was a very young mother, and it was the first time I had left my 3 little boys at home in the care of their father. And I had done everything I could do to ensure that everybody was going to be fine for the 5 days that I was going to be down the road at the retreat site, which was here in West Virginia and probably 60 miles from my house. So it wasn't like I was going to Timbuktu. I had cleaned the house to a fairly well. I'd washed everyone's clothes. I had cooked food, packaged it, frozen some, put some in the refrigerator, and explained to my husband exactly what needed to be done for each of the meals that I had prepared for the 4 guys while I was gone. And he was a little reluctant and a little hesitant as well, because he had never been left solely in charge of the boys. And like I say, they were little boys then. As I think back, only one of them was in school. The other 2 were still at home. So it was going to be a challenge for all of us, but off I went to this retreat, and I went and I had a wonderful time. And one of the things that I learned was to accept things as they are, sort of it is what it is, right? Like the sign on the wall says. And I told John, I said, you'll be all right, honey. Don't worry about it. It'll be just fine. You all will survive without me for 5 days. I have every faith in you. So off I went, and at the retreat, as I became more confident in the fact that I was a part of, not the only one in charge of our family, and that we all shared in making it the best family it could be. And I came home and I was so excited because I'd had a wonderful time and I'd learned a lot of things about myself. And I walked into the front door, and all the boys were excited. They were hugging my legs and stuff. And I was ready to give John a big hug, and he hugs me, and then he sort of pulls back a little bit and he says, "Barbara, I have no clean underwear." And I said, "Oh, really?" And so I walked with him through the kitchen out onto into the mud room, which is right off the garage. And I said, "John, I want to introduce you to Mr. Washer and Mrs. Dryer. They are your friends. They will help you in this crisis that you've gotten into." And life as we knew it never was the same again. And so Sunday, that reflection really came up to me, and I had to chuckle to myself because I really was that mom that wanted to do everything for everybody in my family all the time. And quite frankly, when you're rearing men, men need to be involved in day-to-day activities just as much as the women do. And my boys were better for that experience, and I thank Tops for that because that really and truly helped me release this tight hold I had on making everything right for my family all the time, which, as we all know, is impossible to do. You can't ever do that. Uh, Life happens, things are unpredictable, and you have to adapt and adjust as the day requires. Uh, the other thing that I was thinking about that had to do retreats, as later on I had the opportunity to lead some of them. Uh, Most of us have a catchphrase or a saying or a symbol that we use in our retreat presentations. And for me, it was always the kangaroo. And I had chosen the kangaroo because it is one of the few animals in the world who cannot back up. Um, it can turn around, it can change direction, but to back up is not something that it can do just by the way it's physically built. A that's hard to say. A kangaroo goes forward. And that's the way I have looked at my Tops journey. I've made many changes and adjustments in direction, but I have continued to try to always move forward, to take whatever the situation is, learn from it, and move forward in my journey to live the best life I know how to live. And that's been really, really helpful to me. And so I had a little pin designed as a kangaroo that I shared at my retreats with people who attended them with me later in my retreat experience. And I treasure that kangaroo because it reminds me, Barbara, this is a detour. Just change your direction, but keep going forward. Keep your objective in mind and keep going forward. And what has helped me do that when things have gotten a little bit derailed and the direction seems cloudy or blocked or there's an obstacle is I've taken time to relax, reflect, and redirect. And one of the easiest, simplest things we can do every single day when this happens is to simply be still, to sit back, maybe set a timer if you have trouble sitting back and relaxing, as some of us do, and begin a series of deep breathing exercises. Turn off the phone, Turn off the computer, turn off all distractions, and let your world quiet down. And then just take those few moments, those 3 minutes, to breathe in through your nose deeply, hold it for a couple of seconds, and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Pull in the positive, good energy for the day, and expel the negative energy that may be blocking your progress. After those 3 minutes, I always feel more calm, more centered, more oriented toward getting on with whatever the day unfolds for me. And I find that my spirit is more at peace and at harmony with what the day has for me to do. I hope you'll take those few minutes after we conclude our talk together and practice inhaling deeply through your mouth. Inhale deeply through your nose. Holding it just for a few seconds and exhaling for those 3 minutes, and then look at your day again through fresh eyes. I know it's going to be a beautiful day, to quote Mr. Rogers, in my neighborhood because you're members of it. Thank you for sharing this morning with me. I so look forward to our times together, and I look forward to starting the week with you every single week. Have a good one, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.